In this driver operation video, you'll learn to operate the Thermo King Spectrum multi-temperature refrigeration system equipped with the SR-2 microprocessor controller. There is nothing complicated about operating and keeping a Thermo King unit running, but a few minutes listening to these instructions will be time well spent. The Spectrum multi-temperature refrigeration system is a self-contained temperature control unit designed for trailer applications. The host unit mounts on the nose of the trailer. The host unit is the main refrigeration unit. In Spectrum SB units, the evaporator in the host unit controls the temperature in Zone 1, and separate remote evaporators can control temperature in up to 2 additional zones. Spectrum DE units have a split evaporator that can maintain separate temperature requirements in 2 separated zones. A third zone can be controlled by adding a remote evaporator to the configuration. Read and follow the directions on all safety decals and warnings on the unit and in the operator's manual. Wear safety goggles or safety glasses when working around the refrigeration system or battery. Refrigerant or battery acid can cause permanent damage if it comes in contact with your eyes. Keep hands and loose-fitting clothing clear of fans and belts at all times when the unit is operating. The unit may start at any time when the controller is turned on. The control display lights up when the controller is turned on, and the warning buzzer sounds anytime the unit is about to start. Units equipped with electric standby may start at any time when the unit is connected to live electric power and the controller is turned on. Be sure to press the off key to turn the controller off before opening doors or inspecting any part of the unit. Be sure to turn off the high voltage power supply and disconnect the electric cable before working on a unit. Units with electric standby present a potential electric hazard. A 4-cylinder diesel engine powers these units. Model 30 units operate on diesel power alone, while Model 50 units can operate on diesel or with an electric motor using an external electric power source. The SR-2 microprocessor control system is located inside the control box behind the lower roadside service door. The microprocessor is connected to a human-machine interface or HMI control panel. The HMI control panel is used to operate the refrigeration unit. The HMI control panel consists of an LCD display and 8 touch-sensitive keys. 4 dedicated or hard keys are used to turn the unit on, turn the unit off, initiate defrost, or select continuous run or cycle sentry operating modes. 4 soft keys are located below the LCD display. The functions of these keys change depending on the operation being performed. If a soft key is available for use, the current key function will be indicated directly above the key on the LCD screen. The service watch and cargo watch data logging ports are also located on the front of the control box. The functions of these features will be described in better detail later. In order to start the unit, the microprocessor on-off switch must be turned on. It is located on the left side of the control box. To start the unit, press the on key on the HMI control panel. The display will briefly show the following screens: the Thermo King logo, configuring system, please wait, programming language, and the standard display screen showing box temperature and set point temperature. The standard display screen will show box temperature for 1 to 3 zones depending on the last configuration that was set. A preheat buzzer will sound. The unit will now automatically preheat and start. Once the unit has started, the display will return to the standard display screen. A down-pointing arrow indicates that the zone is cooling. An up-pointing arrow indicates that the zone is heating. The absence of an arrow indicates the zone is in null. After about 2 minutes of engine operation, the unit may switch to high-speed operation. To operate a Model 50 unit on electric power, the unit must be turned off and the diesel engine should be completely stopped. Warning: units equipped with electric standby can start at any time when the unit is connected to live power and the controller is turned on. Always turn the electric power supply off when handling, connecting, or disconnecting high voltage cords. Always inspect the power cord before connecting it to the unit and to the electric power supply. Make sure that it is clean, undamaged, and dry. If it is wet, do not use it until the receptacle ends are completely dry. The SR-2 can display multiple languages. If more than one language has been activated, an additional screen will display during the startup sequence. Select yes or no to accept or reject the displayed language. If no is selected, the active language will reappear. Use the plus or minus keys to scroll to another language. Press yes or no to accept or reject this language. Repeat this procedure until the desired language appears. If the desired language does not appear, it either has not been properly activated or it is not available. If the yes or no keys are not pressed, the controller will revert to the previously selected language and start the unit. During normal operation, a temperature watch screen will be displayed if no keys are pressed for approximately 2.5 minutes. To return to the standard display, press the menu key. To adjust set point temperature in a particular zone, press the soft key under the desired zone. Press the plus or minus keys until the desired set point is reached, then press the yes key. The programming new set point screen will display, verifying that the change was made. The standard display returns showing the new set point. Zone 1 will always be turned on anytime the unit is turned on. Zone 2 and Zone 3, if present, can be turned on and off as desired. The state of each zone is retained from the previous configuration when the unit is turned off and turned back on. To turn Zone 2 or Zone 3 on or off, press the soft key under the desired zone. The selected zone set point display appears. If the zone is turned on, the third soft key will be labeled Turn Zone Off. Press the soft key to turn the zone on or off. The display briefly shows programming zone on/off. The display then confirms the new zone setting for several seconds. The display then returns to the standard display showing the new zone settings. If a zone has been turned off, off will be displayed instead of a set point temperature. SR-2 units can be operated in continuous run or cycle sentry start-stop modes. When continuous run is selected, the unit starts automatically and runs continuously to maintain set point and provide constant airflow. When cycle sentry is selected, the unit will start and stop automatically to maintain set point, keep the engine warm, and the battery charged. Not all temperature-controlled products can be properly transported using cycle sentry operation. Before selecting cycle sentry operation, be sure the cargo is approved for cycle sentry operation. When in doubt, use continuous run. The current mode setting is displayed at the top of the standard display screen. To change the setting, press the cycle sentry continuous run key. Programming new mode and new system mode is screens will be displayed, verifying that the change was made. The run mode will again be indicated at the top of the standard display. A start of trip places a marker in the data logger memory to identify the beginning of a new cargo trip. To initiate a new start of trip, press the menu key, press Next to scroll to the data logger screen, press Select to access the data logger menu, press Select to access the Start of Trip menu, press Select again. Start of Trip appears, indicating the start of trip is being entered. Then, Start of Trip Complete appears. Press Exit repeatedly to return to the standard display screen. Two different automatic pre-trip tests allow the unit to verify proper unit operation prior to carrying a load. The full pre-trip includes both non-running and running tests. The running pre-trip does not include the non-running tests. To successfully initiate either test, there must be no existing alarm codes, and the unit must not be in sleep mode. If alarm codes exist that cannot be cleared, contact your Thermo King dealer for assistance. When there are no existing alarm codes, press the menu key. Press Next to scroll to the pre-trip screen. Press Select. Programming pre-trip mode indicates that the pre-trip test is being initiated. Once initiated, a series of tests will be performed to verify proper unit operation. These tests may be run unattended. When the pre-trip is complete, pre-trip pass should appear indicating that the unit passed the test. Press Exit to return to the standard display. If pre-trip check or pre-trip failed appears after the test, contact your Thermo King dealer for assistance. The pre-trip test can be terminated by turning the unit off. However, this may generate false alarm codes when the unit is turned back on. These alarm codes must be cleared before the unit can be started again. To view the time and date programmed into the controller, press the menu key. Press Next to scroll to the time screen. Press Select to access the time display. Press Exit to return to the time screen. Press Exit again to return to the standard display screen. The LCD screen display brightness is adjustable. To change it, press the menu key. Press Next to scroll to the Adjust Brightness screen. Press Select to access the Display Brightness menu. Use the plus or minus key to scroll to the desired brightness level. Press Yes to make the change. The new brightness level will appear, confirming the change has been made. Press Exit to return to the standard display screen. For security and to prevent unauthorized unit tampering, the keypad can be locked. To lock the keys, press the menu key. Press Next to scroll to the Mode screen. Press Select to access the Mode menu. Press Next to scroll to the keypad lockout screen. Press Select. Press Yes to lock the keypad. The standard display screen will return and Keypad Locked will appear on the display. To unlock the keypad, press and hold one of the soft keys for 5 seconds or more. Press Exit to return to the standard display screen. The optional flush mount remote control panel is connected to the control system and is used to operate the unit from a remote location, typically the rear of the trailer. The remote control panel can control temperature in up to 3 zones, just like the SR-2 controller. When turned on, either the standard display for a specific zone or standby will be shown on the display. The zone being shown is identified by the zone icon. The remote control panel is capable of turning the control system on from a powered down condition. It is not necessary to turn on the control system using the unit's HMI control panel before the rear remote control panel will operate. Depending on how the remote control panel is set to operate, the 9 touch-sensitive keys can be used to operate the unit's temperature control functions. The standard display for each installed zone will appear for approximately 10 seconds. Then the next installed zone will appear. Only installed zones will appear. The display normally shows the standard display of return air temperature, set point, and zone. If a zone is turned on, the operating mode is also shown. If a zone is turned off, the display will show the return air temperature and off. The cool icon appears when the indicated zone is cooling. The heat icon appears when the indicated zone is heating. The not used icon appears when the indicated zone is not currently being used. The defrost icon appears when the indicated zone is defrosting. The cycle sentry icon appears when the unit is operating in cycle sentry mode. The alarm icon appears when an alarm condition has been detected by the controller. The electric standby icon appears when the unit is operating in electric standby mode. The set point icon appears when the set point is being shown in the display. The zone icon indicates which zone is currently being shown on the display. The not used icon may appear during a remote control panel test, but is not currently used.